This is wrestling's greatest moments.
Hey now, wrestling fans, it's time for another episode of Wrestling's Greatest Moments. Factions were huge in the 1980s and 1990s, but they seemed to grind to a halt during the 21st century in the WWE. Or did they? Sit back as Wrestling's Greatest Moments looks at 5 fantastic factions from 2001 to 2010. And before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. What constitutes a faction? Whether you call them stables or factions, groups of wrestlers can make for an instant menace for babyfaces due to the numbers game. And in some cases, babyfaces may join forces to combat a stable. In terms of defining a faction, Wrestling's Greatest Moments considers any group of 3 or more wrestlers to be a faction. Factions can be a collection of singles wrestlers, a combination of a tag team and a singles wrestler, or 3 wrestlers who work together as a team, with the Fabulous Freebirds being a classic example. For purposes of this video, a tag team and a manager don't count as a faction. Naturally, some fans and pundits may disagree, but that's a debate we'll leave to them. Number 5. The Cabinet. In 2004, veteran tag team wrestler Bradshaw, aka John Layfield, underwent a revolutionary career makeover that not only benefited him, but several wrestlers who came to be associated with him. For several years, Bradshaw enjoyed tag team success along Farouk, aka Ron Simmons, in the Acolyte Protection Agency. The two portrayed tough-as-nails brawlers who liked to fight just as much as they liked to drink and gamble. That changed when Farouk bowed out of active competition due to medical issues. John Bradshaw Layfield took his real-life experience in investing money to create a wrestling persona based on the soap opera Dallas's villain, J.R. Ewing. Whereas a fictional J.R. was a rich oil baron, Layfield played into his real-life experience in investing money. John Layfield's talent for investing money not only led him to become a contributor for the business cable news network CNBC, but he also wrote the book Have More Money Now. Bradshaw was now JBL, a rich and arrogant superstar who flaunted his wealth almost as much as he ran his mouth. Just to add to his villainy, the WWE had JBL go out of his way to disparage then WWE champion Eddie Guerrero and his family. SmackDown's new heel talked trash and engaged in some WrestleCrap level segments, such as one where he supposedly caught illegal immigrants trying to enter the United States. JBL proved unnatural as a heel, and the timing couldn't have been better. Indeed, the WWE was forced to elevate JBL because Brock Lesnar had recently left the promotion, while Kurt Angle and The Big Show were sidelined by injuries. JBL began feuding with Eddie Guerrero, chasing Latino heat for the WWE Championship. The Big Texan was initially unsuccessful, but he finally captured the title at the 2004 Great American Bash in a Texas bull rope match. Like any good heel champion in the modern era, JBL built a buffer zone of henchmen to help him protect his title. In his case, the new WWE champion created the Cabinet, a cadre of heels based on the United States President's cabinet. JBL, serving as president of course, appointed Orlando Jordan as his chief of staff and the Basham brothers as his co-secretaries of defense. Rounding things out was Diva Search contestant Amy Weber as his image consultant. The cabinet helped JBL to protect his championship over the next several months. Most of the cabinet also won championship gold, with the Basham brothers capturing the WWE Tag Team titles and Orlando becoming a United States champion, although the cabinet lasted less than 2 years. It served its purpose in giving JBL outside interference to protect his title, and it gave its members TV time they might not have had on their own. Number 4. La Familia. It's been said that politics makes strange bedfellows, but politics does nothing on professional wrestling. In 2007, Edge returned to SmackDown after a 4-month absence, immediately seeking to regain the World Heavyweight Championship he'd been forced to give up due to injury. Edge wasn't alone this time, as he romanced SmackDown General Manager Vicky Guerrero to get preferential treatment whenever he could. Vicky was quick to bestow favors on her new lover, with vignettes making it clear Edge had won her over. Whatever favors Edge bestowed on Vicky paid off, as he quickly captured the World Heavyweight Championship at 2007's Armageddon pay-per-view. There, Edge defeated The Undertaker and champion Batista in a triple threat match. Vicky wasn't the only person who helped Edge regain the title. Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins, who both bore a passing resemblance to Edge, played stunt doubles for Edge during the bout. This allowed Edge to stay relatively fresh as he grabbed a chair and walloped The Undertaker with it, stealing the win. Taker had just taken Batista out with what looked to be a match-winning move, and he was none too pleased with Edge's shenanigans. This led to the Phenom delivering a tombstone piledriver to Vicky Guerrero. While Vicky's kayfabe injury put her into a wheelchair, that didn't stop the lovin'. Edge and Vicky got engaged, a reminder that love indeed conquers all. Chavo Guerrero, the nephew of Vicky's late husband Eddie, wasn't happy about the engagement. However, Vicky used the healing power of love to make Chavo come around to her way of thinking. The fact that Vicky and Edge helped Chavo capture the ECW championship from CM Punk was likely mere coincidence. Now dubbed La Familia, Edge enjoyed the company of his new family and friends. Like some of the other factions on our list, many of the faction members benefited from their association with the group's leader. As mentioned, Chavo Guerrero won the ECW Championship, while Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins won the WWE Tag Team Championship. Edge would hold the World Heavyweight Championship and the WWE Championship multiple times. Even Vicky Guerrero enjoyed time in the limelight, winning WrestleMania 25's Miss WrestleMania title. Eventually, Edge and Vicky tied the knot, with La Familia getting an addition. It wasn't a baby though, but big man Bam Neely, who added some muscle to the family faction. Unfortunately, even the best of relationships can break down, and eventually Edge and Vicky divorced. In 2008, Vicky Guerrero resigned as general manager, leading to Edge demanding a divorce and claiming he'd only married her for her power. Was Edge being honest? Or did the weight of carrying world championships prove too much for him, and he vented his frustrations out on his soon-to-be ex-wife? We may never know the answer, but we do know that La Familia provided lots of laughs, as well as some entertaining twists and turns along the way. Number 3. The Legacy. The idea of pairing a veteran with a rookie is as old as tag team wrestling itself. However, there is something special about the Legacy. Third-generation superstar Randy Orton, who had experienced plenty of seasoning during his time in Evolution, took two exceptional talents under his wing. Both superstars had wrestling embedded in their DNA, with Cody Rhodes being the son of Dusty Rhodes and brother of Dustin Rhodes, while Ted DiBiase Jr. was a third-generation grappler with plenty to prove. One of the things that separated the Legacy from other factions was that it was an uneasy alliance, with Randy Orton constantly browbeating and even physically accosting Cody and Ted DiBiase Jr. While Cody and Ted played significant roles in Orton winning and retaining the WWE Championship, he stayed true to his character by treating them like dirt. In fact, on one occasion, Orton delivered a punt kick to DiBiase, writing him off TV for months. Nonetheless, Cody and Ted, both who were newcomers to the main roster, seemed to thrive under the Viper's tough love, capturing the World Tag Team Championships twice. In addition, Cody won the Intercontinental Championship. The Legacy also gave Cody and Ted time to work with some of the WWE's best, including a memorable feud against Triple H and Shawn Michaels. D-Generation X worked 3 pay-per-views against Rhodes and DiBiase, elevating the young talent and entertaining the fans with some exciting stipulation matches, including a Hell in a Cell match. While wrestler Sim Snuka and Manu had brief runs with the Legacy, they were presented as 2 aspiring members who couldn't make the cut. While things didn't work out for them, it added another layer to the storyline, suggesting there was always room for more members. In the end, Cody and Ted had enough of Orton's constant abuse, eventually tiring of him. This led to a triple threat match at WrestleMania 26, and a Students vs. Master match where Randy proved that his protege still had much to learn. The Legacy disbanded, but the faction left some lasting memories for fans. Number 2. The Nexus. The Nexus is an example of what might have been. In June 2010, the WWE debuted what looked to be one of its greatest storylines yet. Things started off when a group of unsuccessful entrants on the WWE's talent program NXT joined forces with the show's Season 1 winner Wade Barrett to take their frustrations out on the WWE. And take out their frustrations they did. No one was safe. Not Raw General Manager Bret Hart, not announcer Jerry the King Lawler, not ring announcer Justin Roberts, not even WWE owner Vince McMahon. The Nexus flattened WWE superstars with shocking ease, eventually targeting John Cena. The Nexus was made up of various rookies, many of whom went on to have successful main roster careers. These included Daniel Bryan, Skip Sheffield, the future Ryback, Heath Slater, Husky Harris, aka Bray Wyatt, and Michael McGillicuddy, aka Curtis Axel. While the Nexus's other members didn't have as much success, the storyline gave them an instant springboard into the spotlight. The Nexus seemed to be on the fast track to becoming one of the WWE's best storylines in years, doing what the WWE failed to do with its 2001 Invasion angle. Unfortunately, the Nexus storyline suffered a similar fate as the Invasion storyline due to questionable booking. Cena had joined 6 other superstars in a 7-on-7 elimination tag team match between Team WWE and the Nexus at 2010 SummerSlam. Things looked bad for Team WWE as things came down to 2 Nexus members versus John Cena. However, John Cena overcame a 2-1 disadvantage and a DDT on the concrete to defeat the Nexus. Wrestling lore has it that Chris Jericho and Edge wanted the Nexus to win, but John Cena nixed the Nexus's win. However, in a 2017 Q&A, Cena told a different story. This has been a topic of debate amongst really hardcore WWE fans for quite some time, because it is their sentiment that I should have lost that match. Why did I win that match? Because that is what we did. It's difficult for me to blur the lines on this, but I show up to work and do what I'm told. I will give you the gratification of this. I don't pick how the story is told, I get told that, but I do pick what goes on in the story. Cena muddied the waters though when he added this to his account of his actions. In that particular moment, it was too much. I think if presented in another way, it could have been a little more palatable, but I can't change a television show. I've never had that power, and that's something I don't do. If you look at a laundry list of my opponents, you can tell that it's exactly how I operate. I guessed wrong on the way that the story was told, and I guess that's why I are so up in arms about it, but we tell so many stories. I was wrong once. While it's risky to claim a consensus opinion, many fans feel the Nexus storyline was bungled, thanks to the SummerSlam finish. Some members of the Nexus agree. In a 2015 interview, Nexus member Justin Gabriel reflected on what happened. Yeah, totally. We should have got over. I don't know what you read online or what you hear, but there is a back and forth between Jericho and Cena about what should happen. We should have changed the finish, but being rookies, we didn't want to be pushy. We all knew we should have changed it. Everything from that point went downhill. Former Nexus member Ryback criticized what happened, laying the blame at Cena's feet. Everybody knows it, and he, Cena, did not want that to go any further than what it was going to go past because it was working. Because there was 8 guys getting over naturally. That's why guys get over naturally. That's what happens when you get a non-competitive athlete in that top position who's not used to competing in real life. That's what happens. The Nexus storyline continued after SummerSlam, with a heel group forcing John Cena to join them. The storyline showed life, but nothing compared to the build-up to 2010 SummerSlam. The original Nexus storyline was all but finished by December 2010, after Cena defeated Barrett at the WWE's TLC pay-per-view. The new Nexus debuted in January 2011, with CM Punk leading them. But things were never the same. Over on SmackDown, former Nexus members Wade Barrett, Justin Gabriel, Heath Slater, and Ezekiel Jackson formed a new faction known as the Core. The less said about the Core, the better. Although the Nexus lasted less than a year, it left a lasting impression on the WWE universe. If things had been booked differently, it might rank as one of the WWE's greatest factions from any era. Number 1. Evolution. Without question, the WWE's top faction from 2001 to 2010 is Evolution, the WWE's union of the best of the best. In this case, it was the best from the past, Nature Boy Ric Flair, the best of the present, Triple H, and the best of the future, Randy Orton and Batista. Evolution succeeded on several levels, including creating an instant group of dangerous opponents for babyfaces, rejuvenating Ric Flair's career, furthering Triple H's reputation as a cerebral assassin, and helping to elevate the careers of newcomers Orton and Batista. Evolution ruled the roost on Raw at 2003's Armageddon pay-per-view. That night, Batista and Ric Flair captured the World Tag Team Championship from the Dudley Boys. Meanwhile, Randy Orton defeated Rob Van Dam for the Intercontinental Championship, and Triple H scored another world title win, this time regaining the World Heavyweight Championship he'd lost to Bill Goldberg. Evolution had a solid 2-year run, even though the group booted Randy Orton out after he won the WWE Championship at 2004 SummerSlam, upstaging Triple H. The group dissolved in 2005 after Batista defeated Triple H for the WWE Championship. Evolution could have continued, but it went out on a high note, with its mission accomplished and fans left with great memories. Do you agree with our list of factions? Share your thoughts in the comment section, and let us know if there's any videos you'd like Wrestling's Greatest Moments to cover. In the meantime, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and spread the good news about Wrestling's Greatest Moments, the channel that celebrates the squared circle.